Hi everyone, thanks again for tuning in. Today we're going to take a look at the DC Multiverse Superman Doomed figure. I'm not a big collector of the DC Multiverse line, but it does come with a collect and connect piece for the new 52 Doomsday, which, I'm a big sucker for builder figures and collect and connect figures, so I kind of picked this guy up purely because I needed the arm for Doomsday. But so far he looks like a pretty good figure on its own, so let's take a look and see how he is. Alright, let's take a look at the packaging. So it's a pretty standard DC Multiverse design. Really love this artwork in the front. He looks mean as, with his glowing eyes. And then rotating around to the side, here's the same artwork again. Really nice glowing eyes there. Looks super mean. And then on the back, we've got the other figures in the series and the collect and connect Doomsday figure shown there. So Doomed Superman himself doesn't actually come with any accessories, but he does come with this collect and connect piece for the new 52 Doomsday, which looks not too bad. He's got nice sculpted detail there and very simple paint scheme, just two tones of grey. And it's got some basic articulation points. There's a hinge swivel for the shoulders, bicep swivel, and obviously it'll be able to rotate as well in there, and single jointed elbow and wrist swivel. But the good thing about this is that it looks pretty big. So let me just zoom out a bit and get a comparison figure for you to have a look at. Alright, so there is the Doomed Superman, and there is Doomsday's arm, and you can see it's pretty big. And I'm just going to bring in a Marvel Legends builder figure, the Juggernaut here, just to do a quick comparison. So that's the Juggernaut, and you can see Doomsday's arm is almost as big as Juggernaut's. So I'm kind of hoping that Doomsday will end up being about Juggernaut's size. Alright, so let's take a closer look at this guy's detail. His face is really nice. I really like the head sculpt. There's a lot of detail in there, and then there's really nice paint app there on the teeth, and also on these bone structures on his chin. Very nice. The Superman symbol is well printed there on the chest, and there's a lot of nice sculpted detail showing, Doomsday's kind of characteristics coming through on Superman's body, so that is really cool. And on the back here there's also a printed symbol for Superman, and it's fairly well printed as well. The cape is nice and soft, and it's very light, so I don't think it's going to affect the balance of the figure very much. And also I was afraid that the pants were going to be an issue for articulation, but they are actually soft, so they can bend out of the way pretty well, so that shouldn't be an issue. But we'll get into articulation in a minute. And the rest of the figure is pretty simple, blue and red color scheme. Alright, so for articulation, his head is on a single ball joint, so it is a little bit restrictive. He can look left and right this much, can't go all the way around, and he can only look up that much and barely even look down, so that's not great. Moving to the shoulders, he's got a hinge joint there that can come out that high, and also a rotation all the way around. He's got bicep swivels, single jointed elbow, which is just under 90 degrees, and a very simple wrist swivel. And he's got ab crunch, which can bend that much and back that much, so not really that far back. And he does have a waist swivel here, so it can go all the way around. And down to his legs, he's got a pin and swivel, pin and hinge joint for the hips, so he can go pretty well, pretty nice splits. And this far forward, his pants does create a little bit of resistance, but he can still go up pretty high and back that far. So really nice hip joints actually for a DC figure. And then moving down to the knee joint, looks like it can bend a little bit further, but it is quite tight now, so I'm guessing that's as far as you're going to get with the knees. And down to the ankles, so he's got a hinge joint there, and unfortunately no swivel, so no ankle tilt. First up is the SH Figure Arts Injustice Superman. And you can see the Multiverse figure stands quite a bit taller and bigger than the SH Figure Arts line. Next up we have the Dark Knight Batman. That's on a Masters of the Universe body. So they size up pretty well, and they actually look quite good standing next to each other. I can actually see a lot of similarities in terms of design. I think the thighs might even be the same piece as are the torso section, the abs. And finally, Marvel Legends Cyclops, just to give you an idea of how it sizes up against Marvel Legends figures. Overall, I quite enjoy the design of this character. I don't really read a lot of Superman comics, so I don't really know much about the character, but I do like the sculpt for the head. It looks really menacing, and these little extra details on the body and chest and arms look really nice. I do wish that there was a few more joints for the wrist, and also ankle rockers for the feet, and possibly better range of motion for the head. I think if DC had improved these three areas, this would have been a really good figure, because the design is really nice. I mean, I'm guessing, just a guess, that he would be flying a lot, just like Superman does, but you know, you can't even get his head to kind of look forward in a flying pose, so that's something that should have been addressed. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more toys and action figure reviews. I will catch you guys next time.